Hey guys, welcome to Tea Party, a podcast where two Asian American high school students give you the latest tea on down the middle politics and what it's like to be a student from our generation, all while drinking tea. How are you, Sean?
First of all,
Yes.
It is completely different recording for me right now.
In Asia.
In Taiwan.
Yes. Sean is in Taiwan.
Indeed.
Crazy.
You're gonna be hearing so much tea, personal tea.
Oh, I am so hyped to hear all the tea. Because to be honest with you, Sean, I don't know enough about Taiwan as I wish I knew. I know, like, maybe some of the relationship with China, not for politics reasons. And then I know about bubble tea, of course. But
of course,
other than that, I am pretty ignorant when you consider Taiwanese culture. So I am very interested in hearing about what it's been like.
Yes, but this week we're still going to be focusing on COVID consequences.
Yes.
But Eunice, what are you drinking today?
Here's the thing, Sean. I ran out of Yakult. I ran out of melon milk.
Oh no.
I ran out of strawberry. We had a H Mart haul as a lot of Korean families do. We do H Mart hauls a few days ago, and we seem to have forgotten to restock on all of those essential commodities. In my opinion, like, I know, right? But we did get something that's pretty cool. That's not tea, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. It's green tea choco pie.
What? Hold on. Can you say that again?
Do you know what choco pie looks like?
Chocolate pie?
Okay, it's very specific. It's a very famous snack in Korea. We'll put a picture in the show notes. I'm gonna make Sean put a picture in the show notes so you all know what choco pie is. It's basically a very fluffy, like chocolate sandwich where you have on the bottom, it's like very fluffy chocolate, right? And then you have cream, like fluffy cream in the middle, and then you have another sandwich top of chocolate. But for this specific choco pie, the chocolate is replaced with green tea flavored fluffy something, but it's coated in chocolate, so it looks like a choco pie.
Oh, I'm looking at a picture of it here. It looks very good. Yes, it looks like a chocolate dipped ice cream sandwich, except you said it's cream.
Yes. What are you drinking, Sean?
I can't beat that.
You have bougie teas. You don't have any bougie teas to beat that?
I take slight surprise that I can't beat that. Okay, so for my tea, I am drinking Japanese imported green tea. It's made by this really big commercial company called Itoen, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is basically the most common green tea that Japanese people drink on a regular basis. So it's nothing fancy, but it is imported. Hi everyone, Future John here, editing the podcast. And I just want to notify you guys that we're going to start with the politics segment this week. Because of some technical difficulties, we have decided to make this episode about all the COVID consequences that we have talked about, but omitted from our previous episodes. So here we go. Politics.
Sean, this is going to get a little existential in the middle of our politics segment, but you ever think about how we're going to have to enter the job market in approximately, well, depending on when you get a job. If you get a job right off college, then we're going to be entering the job market in 6 years. If you're going to get a job in college, we're going to enter the job market in 2 years. Do you ever think about that, Sean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I had this realization last night, I think. But it's not with me, but it's like with one of my junior friends. And just thinking that, oh my goodness, he's going to be a senior.
Yeah.
Like, already.
Yeah. And at a pretty bad time to be a senior, let's be honest. Okay, that is a good transition because normally around this time of year, high school seniors are beginning to choose which colleges they're going to go to and commit to those universities. However, statistics have shown that students are currently unwilling to commit to universities as campuses remain closed, and which has led universities to begin tapping into waiting lists and searching for the next student body. We don't even know when when colleges around the U.S. are gonna be able to open. So yeah, not a great time to be a senior right now.
You know, in a context, it's not a great time to be alive. To be very honest.
Wow, that just got real dark real fast.
I mean,
it's not a Gen Z call if it's not nihilistic and fatalistic. Moving on from that really depressing statement, Sean, I gotta say,
I'm sorry.
let's talk about something a little bit more optimistic, which is treatments. There's a lot of clinical trials going on right now. There's about 90 projects worldwide for vaccines that have been undertaken globally. And obviously they're trying to rush the process of creating the vaccine, because each week that goes by seems to have, 5 million more unemployed people, at least in the US, a new country that has new hotspots,
That's
sort
a
of
really
thing.
delicate balance. Like,
yes.
The precautions, I don't know how I feel about going so quickly.
Exactly. So there's a whole discussion going around about time versus safety. Do you try to get the vaccine done as soon as possible and then risk the vaccine not being safe in some way? Or do you take your time, make sure the vaccine is safe to be administered to what is probably going to be the entire population of the world over the period of the next few years? That kind of balances what scientists all over the world are trying to figure out, what's the best way to go about this. But separate from vaccines, there's a new treatment that the FDA has approved, which is called, I'm going to mess this up, remdesivir. I'm going to say it's remdesivir, which has proven to decrease recovery time for COVID-19 patients by about 5 days, I believe, but it does not decrease the death rate. So that's all the medical stuff that's happening right now. So you can have a little bit of peace of mind knowing that there are scientists around the world that's trying to do something about this, even as the numbers keep going up and the economic fallout becomes more and more apparent. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that treatment, it has been developed for malaria, and it was proven to be completely non-effective.
But they were like, hey, let's try it for coronavirus. What's the worst that could happen? And it's doing okay. Mixed results.
Any trend that's in the positive direction, I think, is a big win.
Yep.
And I think it's really lucky for us that we still developed the drug and tested it, because
the FDA can improve it much quicker now.
Yeah, it's not like they have to develop a new thing, even though they're going to have to develop a vaccine anyways. Okay, to finish off this politics segment, we're talking about the Paycheck Protection Program loans, which is a new project by Congress that was passed recently, and it was supposed to provide a lot of relief for small businesses, but there's been a lot of controversy going around because it turns out the loan that was supposed to be given to small businesses ended up at the hands of some large businesses that did not necessarily need those loans. So this whole thing about, as you can see the trend, people are rushing the vaccine, so they're sacrificing safety. Congress is rushing these packages, so they're less effective and don't target the right people. Time is really not on our side.
Time is not on anyone's side, in fact.
Yeah.
So
God is a good way to end this segment.
Hello, everyone. It's your boy Sean again, bringing you the transition from our politics segment to our student life segment, where Eunice talks about a consequence, not a bad one, of COVID. Enjoy.
Talking about quality of education, which is a good transition into what else I have planned for the student life segment, which is Coursera. This podcast is not sponsored by Coursera, but I wish it was.
What? What is that?
You don't know Coursera? Okay, we need to talk about this. So there are a lot of websites out there like Coursera. There's also EDX, which is a pretty good website. But what Coursera is that it offers 3,800 courses, including 400 plus Ivy League courses. These are college level classes that are basically translated into online material, online lectures, online discussions, etc.
Are they taught by Ivy League professors?
Yeah. Okay. No, but the lectures are recorded, and those lectures are by Ivy League professors, and they take place in Ivy League schools. So,
Oh my.
they're making a lot of the content free. So you can if you think the quality of education is bad, you can take a class. I'm currently yesterday I signed up for a class in Coursera, and they're free to take.
Oh, what are you
I
learning?
signed up for this class. Yeah, it's called Justice, right?
Legal?
Which sounds, well, it is kind of legal, but from what I know so far, it is mostly philosophical. It's offered by Harvard University, and it's talking about the beginnings of the concept of justice in philosophy, and then its applications in the real world, like all the different scenarios that you've been seeing in the news, like affirmative action, whether affirmative action is good, whether free speech versus racial hate speech, that kind of thing.
That is
So
the most
you can
interesting course I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You know, I might take it.
No, but there's
Hold on.
it was pretty good. It's a 3 to 5 hours a week for 8 weeks, I think. That's the recommended time frame. Yeah.
Okay.
And the good thing is, another good thing is, if you finish the course and you pass like the exam and everything, you can if you pay around $99, I think it is, then you can get a science certificate that you can like put on your LinkedIn or something.
Holy
So,
crap. This is
It
nice.
makes up for the lack of in-person education, in my opinion.
You know, if you're talking about justice, this seems like one of the ways that we can equalize our higher learning.
Institutions
Yeah.
equalize as in make free.
No, increase the
Equity.
equity of higher education in the U.S.
Okay, I mean, sure. I guess so.
These days. Okay. Well, I'm glad we have more options to learn.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things out there as long as you look. That concludes our student life segment. It's kind of all over the place.
Nope, that was
Just my
lovely.
list. Oh, thank you, Sean. I only provide the best content for this podcast. We're moving on to the random segment.
Great. So, random shenanigans segment.
Or as I like to call it, a random segment. It's the official name.
And I can stop you from actually saying that on the podcast. Thank goodness.
You can keep bleeping me out, but you know it has the same effect no matter what.
We bought a cast iron pan.
You got a cast iron pan?
Yes.
Congratulations. I don't know what cast iron pan looks like. Give me a sec. I'm sure I
Oh my
have
god, they're
one.
the most
I just my
magical-
cooking. Oh, those. Yeah, we have one. You're talking to someone whose cooking knowledge is basically limited to Korean fire noodles.
You know what? You're really good at making those. Like, you gave me very detailed instructions.
I am good at making Korean fire noodles and literally nothing else. That is like if the apocalypse happens and I only have to. I can only make one meal to sustain myself. My only choice is going to be Korean fire noodles.
You know, that's actually a good thing because you can then defend yourself with really, really hot noodles.
Just smelling it is going to make the zombies wither away into nothingness.
Yes, or pour them on top of their heads. I don't know if you've heard of the tale, but like, I think it's from Trevor Noah's book, his autobiography. But if someone is unsatisfied in a marriage, they pour boiling water over their partners. But if someone wants to end it, they pour boiling oil. And you, my friend, get to pour boiling hot sauce.
Wait. Is this a thing in South Africa? Where Trevor Noah is from?
I think so. He says it in his biography. I remember it very clearly.
But that's not like, I doubt that's legal. You can't just pour boiling oil over someone's. Okay, I'm hoping that's like an anecdote or like a just like, oh, if you should do this, but you don't actually do it. I hope they don't actually do that.
I hope so too.
We do not condone violence on this podcast.
Do we? Okay. Anyway.
Well, we're not questioning that.
Wrong choice.
Moving
of
on.
phrase. I will
no
forever
violence.
be a joke.
Did I ever tell you about the story about how I broke my TV when I was in 5th grade?
I feel like I've heard a very shortened version of this tale.
A shortened version. Well. Okay, it's I don't. Let me tell you, Sean. I was a gremlin of a child. I was playing Mario Kart Wii, with my brother Justin.
Okay.
And we were playing Mario Kart. It was fine, Mario Kart. It's a fun game. I like playing Mario Kart, and we're just chilling and playing Mario Kart. And then I lost, right? So what I attempted to do, was just like chuck my remote off to the side, and defeat and being an absolute drama queen, right? And instead, it bounced off something. And then it hit the monitor.
Oh.
And then it smashed the monitor.
Oh.
And then we
broke?
proceeded not to tell our parents for at least 5 years.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fault. That's... What?
No, okay, we managed to not to turn the TV, because basically, there's at the time there were two TVs in our house. There's one in the living room, which me and Justin and I used, and there was one in the family room, which everyone used, but mostly my parents for watching TV and drama, whatever. And we just managed to not turn the TV on for like 3-4 years, and then finally, like someday, my parents eventually found out by like turning it on, and then they're just like, "Wow, this screen is broken." We're just like, "What? Never." I don't know why. I don't know what happened. It must have been age. Like maybe yesterday something happened. I don't know about it.
Wow.
I literally chucked a Wii remote at the TV because I lost a game of Mario Kart.
Was the remote okay? I remember those coming in really good cases.
The remote is fine. The remote is like, yeah, they're really good. Okay, I didn't have like the case on. This is why. Okay, PSA for all our viewers: if you own a Wii, please, when you're using your Wii remote, put your strap on, like the thing,
yes.
your wrist strap on, or else this will happen. It happened to me. So.
Oh my god! All I'm like imagining right now is our viewers being like, "What's a Wii?" like at least a year from now.
Come on, okay. Look, our viewers have to be somewhat in the same generation of us. If you're part of our generation and you didn't have a Wii, then I mean, well, if you didn't have a Wii, then you probably had an Xbox. I'll forgive you if you have an Xbox, but if you had neither, you were raised incorrectly. For
our future audience, a Wii is the predecessor to the Switch.
Yes,
Whoa.
And the Switch is a Wii, but smaller. And
more powerful.
I don't even know what to say. It's time for phrase of the week.
You do need to guess my phrase of the week.
Your phrase of the week has something to do with the cast iron.
Does it? You get 2 guesses, as per usual.
Wait, can you at least tell me whether or not that's right?
That is not right. Actually, wait. I don't actually remember where I put that in.
Do you know what it is?
I do know what it is. I just don't remember where I put it in, because it did not go in the segment where I thought it would go in.
Okay. That was me stretching. The only thing I can think of is you talking about how cast iron pans are the holy grail of cooking utensils or something along those lines. Yeah, I don't have no idea what your phrase is. What is it?
I will forever be a joke.
When did you say that?
I don't remember, but I remember saying that. I definitely...
Okay, well, you listeners are gonna have to verify whether or not he said that. Or Sean's gonna have to verify it when he goes back and edits this episode. I don't remember you saying that. How come this happens every week? I'm just like, I don't think you've said that. You're just like, oh, I did say it.
Either I can incorporate it so well, or I'm just not picking good phrases. And unconventionally, I do have a guess for yours. So...
okay. You can take a guess at mine.
Okay, I'm going to be so confident, and I'm going to say I only need one guess.
Only one guess?
Only
okay.
one guess.
I'm sure hope you don't guess it.
gremlin of a child.
God damn it.
Yes! First try. Jeez. Ooh. Good for me.
I hate this.
Good for me.
I hate I am a sore loser, as you can tell by the fact I checked the Wii remote screen when I was in 5th grade because I lost a Mario Kart match.
It's okay. I'm like safely like a couple miles away.
Yeah. Don't worry, I don't think I would actually hit you, but congratulations. I was a gremlin of a child, so yeah, you got it. Congratulations, Sean. Is this the first time either of us has guessed the phrase of the week? Because I feel like it is.
I think it is.
Wow. This is the first time either of us have... Okay, I made it so obvious then, didn't I?
No, not really. I was just like, I don't actually know what gremlin means. I was like, wait. You
don't know gremlin? Oh my god. Okay, I use the word gremlin on a regular basis, so it's like if you like... I don't know. If you heard me use gremlin before, then it wouldn't be as obvious, but I guess it stood out to you for that reason?
Yeah, I was just like, what is that word? And then I was like, oh, wait, hold on. That's an unconventional word.
And I am an unconventional person. My defeat is going to be the event that ends this episode. Would you like to do our outro, Sean?
Yes. Eunice, thank you for potting with me.
I was just honored to lose.
Oh, you didn't lose. You actually didn't get blamed for that Wii remote incident. So.
Well, my brother Justin was in a state of shock after it was broken, and he did yell at me. So, but that was years ago. We don't have to talk about that.
We don't talk about that. This podcast was edited by Sean, and the content was produced by Eunice and Sean. The graphic design work for the episode art is done by Eunice. It's hosted on Anchor.fm. The music you're hearing right now at the beginning of the podcast is by Mozart for his opera, The Magic Flute. You can email us at atpartypodcast@gmail.com and go follow our social media on Instagram at atpartypodcast. And
as the Brothers Green always say, don't forget to be awesome.